everyone. Welcome back to Tennis Picks and Bets. Hubert Hurkacz, what are you doing, man? Just did not show up until that third set. Got the tie break we expected in the third, and he won it. But the other three sets was just not good enough. Matteo Berrettini steamrolling him. Second week, not been so great. Less volume has just meant tougher, fewer picks, and then, you lose a couple in a row. It has not been fun. But all eyes on the women's final. Of course, you can find me at JR Tweets Tennis, or you can find my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Tidbits Tennis, where we do live streams. Been doing a bunch this week. If you want to come in and ask more questions, interact with me, get to know my thought process behind things and why I play them, you can find me there as well. So before we get to this women's final between Ashleigh Barty and Karolina Pliskova, probably the biggest trophy of the season for these two women on the line, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the Mayo Media Network for all the content they do across all sports, or head over to Daily Fantasy Sports Picks and Bets, The Mix. That is the audio version in any podcast app you use. Remember to rate, review, subscribe, or follow, depending on your app. The final pits the first-seeded and number one in the world, Ashleigh Barty, against Karolina Pliskova, who's recently exited the top 10, not a position we usually see her in. Not a great season for her. And of course, with the pressure off, she's now made a run to the Wimbledon final. Incredibly impressive stuff from the tall Czech woman these past 2 weeks, serving out of her mind well. It's been a great display of serving for her. Of course, that is her primary weapon. She uses that height to really just smash that ball down and create a lot of free points. And that's going to work on grass, especially if you're landing enough of those big first serves. Ashleigh Barty, on the other hand, more diminutive in nature, but still an ace machine in her own right. She still generates a heavy first serve, and that is why I like the over 22 games at -102 for this women's final. Both women serving really well. Ash Barty has been probably more in cruise control than Pliskova throughout the final few rounds here, but she hasn't been the most convincing. I'm not sure she's going to be able to just dominate Karolina Pliskova in this match, as the line kind of implies. I think I have this one being fairly close. And with Pliskova's serve being so on the past 2 weeks, Angie Kerber was holding well enough throughout after the original break in the first set and through the second set until the very end at 5-4. She was holding with relative ease, and she's more of a smaller serving tactical player where she places it. If Pliskova can land first serves and place them decently well, she should hold up against Ash Barty with relative ease as well. Now, Ash herself, the concern is, does the underdog maybe get this done in straight sets a little too quickly? And I don't have that concern because Pliskova's movement isn't that great. And Ash Barty's serve is big in its own right, and that'll set up a lot of free points on the first ball. She's got a heavy serve forehand combo, and her slice is very effective. And this is where she is the deserved favorite in this match. That slice, if she can lure Pliskova into the court, can be really tough for Pliskova, who doesn't move well and who may not like the ball to be sitting that low as Barty's slice is wont to do on these grass courts at Wimbledon. So I think both these women should have a relatively easy time holding serve. Of course, not, you're going to have double faults, you're going to have errors, but on the macro level, I think both of these women have nice advantages going for them on serve. Of course, Barty doesn't have that huge wingspan. If Pliskova can place that serve well, she's going to find a lot of aces. She's going to find a lot of free points, and she has held up really well on serve so far. These two in the past, I'm not the biggest on head-to-head kind of records in previous years because they don't necessarily always apply, but we've seen a lot of long sets between them on quicker courts in the past for this exact reason. Barty sometimes may not be able to get to neutral footing in a lot of points where Pliskova is serving, and vice versa. She's got a big serve herself, and if she can bring the drop shot, bring the slice in the front of the court, Pliskova is going to have a tough time getting up to that ball and then subsequently getting it back over the net. I think the matchup provides for multiple close sets, whether it's two or if we get a third, we're really happy, of course. But I think this one does go over the number of 22 at -102. Well worth a shot. We'll be back to cover Novak Djokovic, Matteo Berrettini. Dare I say the two best grass court playing men on the planet at this moment will play for the biggest title possibly in all of tennis on Sunday. We'll have you covered with that tomorrow with the final video for our Wimbledon picks and bets. Thanks again for watching, guys.